Here we go into 600. Right. So there are two topics of conversation. I make one of them, I actually make both of them out in the very beginning. Let's see if you can tell what they are, and then also give me some feedback if you watch it and you don't see the outro. Let me hear what you have to think. One of them I'll mention is the sight picture. So I'll mention it now because briefly I talk about it in all of my videos, is where I keep both eyes open and I use the iron sights. And I just Googled it and had a moment of clarity, and it's what I expected, but we'll talk about it in the outro. I don't want to bog this pre-intro down too much, but this is what you can expect. So the shoot goes great. I had a great time. You'll see it in the video. It does very, very well, but see if you can not understand, but figure out what the second topic of conversation I'm talking about. I mean, I mentioned it in the very beginning anyway, but then also let me know what you think about both of them. Okay, and then we'll see you in the outro. Enjoy.
This video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All firearm handling shown is performed by trained individuals in a controlled environment. Always follow the 4 rules of gun safety. Number 1, treat your firearm as if it's loaded. Number 2, never point a firearm at anything you do not intend to destroy. Number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Number 4, be sure of your target and where it's beyond it. Comply with all local, state, and federal laws regarding firearms. Do not attempt to replicate any actions seen in this video without proper training and safety measures. The creators assume no liability for misuse or unsafe practices.
Hey you, it's the Pew, and you're here back for the 1000 review series of the Glock 43X. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. We're going to be shooting at 12 and 15. I'd say it's about 15 yards. 12 and 15. With 150 grain FMJ from HSL ammunition. Shooting from inside the waistband, static, with G-code Paradigm holster, Versacarry mag pouch. I'll take this one out to show. It's a little leather pouch, or it's, fits all types. And the Tier 1 concealed mag caddy, which I guess they all go for different names, but just bringing it in a little bit closer today. Gonna try my luck. Obviously I'm shooting left, which is, just normal because of my perspective, keeping both eyes open. When I aim right, it hits left. And I don't know if that's a specific kind of optic phenomena with firearms. But then when I punch out further to like 30 yards, then the front sight is in line with where I'm aiming at, so. First topic of conversation today is opinionated, and that leads into which has more weight or should be listened to more, as opposed to the latter of, well, don't listen to that person or don't listen to this, because whatever the case is. Now, if I've been shooting for 50 years, does what I have to say about the slide stop and the slide release, the slide release forward into battery, have more weight than somebody who's been shooting for 20 years, always been doing that, has their firearm, has shot it 1,000 rounds every month for the last 20 years? Who has more weight, and does it make someone's argument or point more important than the other? And I ask that because you see so many different, not so many different, but you hear different opinions about whether or not you should let your slide slam forward empty or with a magazine in and then around in the chamber forward like that, or you should do it this way where you pull back, let the slide stop come forward and then let it go forward. And same thing if you have around the chamber, pull back and let it slam forward. So my question is, yeah, who is correct? What is correct, mechanically speaking? And then, of course, with the firearms, you're going to have so many people who have a Glock 19, who have a 1911, who have a CZ or whatever other firearm, who have or have not done that, and they can show it being a good thing and it being a bad thing. Also, the weapon was a lemon or the weapon wasn't a lemon. To me, after my, I would say, over 30 years, let's just say 25 years. 25 years of working with firearms, shooting firearms, I have always let the slide stop slam the slide forward with a semi-automatic, and then also too with rifles. Am I right? I maintain my firearms, and excuse me one second. I maintain my firearms and I've had good results with it. I haven't had any super big mechanical failures, and I continue to conduct with care of my firearms. So am I right, or are the people who say you shouldn't do that right? I'm sorry, this is not a matter between right and wrong. Is it okay? Is it of good nature or of good practice? And I only bring this up because it was something that I saw months ago, and people are on one side or the other. I'm just starting the conversation with all of you out there, and let me know your experience and your stories and third-hand experience as well. I'm going to do one and or the other at times. Just something to talk about. That's just the topic. I probably went on too long for that, so excuse me, pardon me. Unintentional. Great. All right. Off to a healthy start. A little bit low and to the right, but that's okay because that's where I'm aiming. Cool. I think I found a sweet spot for the Glock 43X. 15 yards. Oops, I went off to the left there. Nope, that was bad. It's too high. I think I have one more. Sweet. Yeah, nice. Pardon me, did I say it was around 600? Pretty sure I did, but lost track a little bit. Around 600. I remember I did show the target, so that's good. Must be losing my mind. 12 yards. Bad. Bad. Whenever I do that with the first shot, I need to reholster and try it again. I should be hitting the target all the time when I draw. Let it hang. Nope. High left. Whew. I flagged my finger. Damn. Trying to do a double tap. Hey, all right, all right. That last one probably grazed it a little bit at the bottom, looks like. Brick. That was a graze. Okay, last one. Getting better. I know I said I should holster after the first shot doesn't make it, but okay. Excuse me. Darn. What is happening? Is it too far left? Yeah, it's left, darn. There we go. One more. Two more? That's it. Damn. Side picture is a little bit hard to get, but you could just say, you just need to get better at aiming. That 12 yard is just elusive, I don't know. Darn it, this was a great day for the shoot, but I couldn't keep it consistent. So, darn. I just need more practice. Kobe. Nope. Kobe. Hell yeah. Kobe. Right on. Right on. Oh, I wish you could see that. Still good. Still good. I'm still happy. And it's all right. It's all right. The gun is all right. Practice, you know, that's all it is, even after 1,000 rounds. But today was a good day. Today was a good on day, and I did enjoy shooting it. All right, I'm gonna go clean up my brass, make sure you wash your ass, and don't litter anywhere. Say hi to your mom for me. Oh, stay for the outro, by the way. Not that there's anything special in there, just, you know, see it till the job's done. right, wrap up 600. Awesome. Good things. It was a very good shoot, and you could tell I was way more accurate, and I felt a lot better with the pistol as I have been growing into it. So the vision thing is, I went to Google and looked it up. It's because your dominant eye takes into account there's two images, right? So left eye and right eye are looking through the same one sight, right? In between the two rear sights. And so you're going to have a disparaging image when you shoot. And so you have to compensate for that, whether it be lower light, lower left, or however, it's different for everybody, right? So correct. Anyway, so for me, yeah, I had to, and it's mostly lower right or to the right, depending on the firearm. So it's interesting to see that, and also why it's the case with different firearms, where some of them, it's right on the money, straight up and down, vertical, instead of being off kilter, a little bit off center. So I have to shoot to the right to hit left. In any case, that was the first one, and I have no scientific background in it, and I'll probably make a short or another little video about that in particular, and see if there is a clear difference with certain guns, or mostly the firearms that I'm really carrying, because that's where I'll need it the most. And then the other one is pretty big. I've had some people mention to me about doing the slide stop method to bring the slide forward, as opposed to the slingshot method, which is pulling back on the slide and then letting it slam forward. And I'm gonna save you a lot of trouble and just tell you that it's personal preference. I did a lot of research, looked up online, did some digging on YouTube, and watched different videos. And anybody can do any of this cursory research, and I didn't go too many places, but basically it's up to the user. It's not anyone's right, anyone's wrong. It's proper or improper. It's up to the individual. And I like that because, there's no perfect way to tie your shoe. If you figure out a way that is quick for you and it works, then hey man, it works. Your shoe doesn't fall off. There is a typical way for a team of people who is trying to train individuals to operate to do something, and I completely understand that. But in this space where it's just me, it's just you and me, we are just going to do it the way that I've done it, but then have the talk about what you think, because it's important, and what you were trained as. And I think I mentioned in the CC9 review for H&K, and I'll make mention of it here and there, because and then there are some pistols that I have shot that are pretty big offenders with not the slides, their guide rod and the spring, it doesn't bring the slide forward completely with a round going into chamber. So in any case, I still want to know what you think, and still want to know what you do in terms of how you operate a semi-automatic pistol, whether you let the slide stop do the work, or you do the slingshot method, which is pulling back on the slide and letting it go forward. No wrong way. Everybody that is like, you're doing it the wrong way and you're terrible, it's like, well, technically not really, because the machine is meant to do, it can do both, right? So I do, this outro is a little longer because I do want to know. I do want to know what everybody does and what they think, because that's how we talk and get it out in the air. And some people have said that I need to do the slingshot method more for pistols that have had issues with chambering around, but I don't like that. I would rather do the slide stop, and you'll see in the majority of my videos that's what I do. So that's my take, and again, I'm not saying anybody's wrong for doing the slingshot method. I just don't prefer it. That's not my first go-to, because I'm using two hands, and this is my reasoning: is why would I do with two hands what I can do with one? So it just doesn't make sense to me. So yes, tell me your take. Thank you so much for being here. Come back for 700. We're going to be shooting 100 rounds again. Shocker. And thank you so much for being here and participating and liking, subscribing, recommending, and commenting. Not in that particular order. We'll see you tomorrow. 照顾好自己，注意安全。